Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
Wal B. Hujr said, concerning God's messenger, then he sat, stretched out his left foot to sit on it, placed his left hand on his left thigh, put the tip of his right elbow on his right thigh, joined two fingers. 1 formed a ring. 2. Then raised his finger. 3. And I saw him moving it and making supplication at the same time. 1. I.e. the little finger and the ring finger. 2. I.e. with the thumb and the middle finger. 3. I.e. the forefinger. Abdallah B. Az-Zubair said that the Prophet used to point with his forefinger when he made supplication, but did not move it. Abu Dawud and Nasa transmitted it, Abu Dawud adding that he kept his look fixed on the finger he was pointing. Abu Huraira told, how when a man was making supplication using 2 of his fingers, God's messenger said, use one, use one. Ibn Umar said, God's messenger forbade that a man should sit during prayer leaning on his hand. Ahmad and Abu Dawud transmitted it, and in a version by Abu Dawud, it says he forbade that a man should lean on his hands when he got up during the prayer. Abdallah B. Masud said that in the first 2 rakas, the Prophet was as though he were on heated stones till he got up, a figurative phrase to express the shortening of the sitting during the tashahhud. Jabir said, God's messenger used to teach us the tashahhud just as he would teach us a surah of the Quran, saying, in the name of God, and with his grace, the adorations of the tongue, acts of worship, and all good things are due to God. Peace be upon you, O Prophet, and God's mercy and blessings. Peace be upon us, and upon God's upright servants. I testify that there is no God but God, and I testify that Muhammad is his servant and messenger. I ask God for paradise, and I seek refuge in God from hell. Nafi said that, when Abdallah B. Umar sat during the prayer, he placed his hands on his knees, pointed with his finger, and gave his whole attention to it. He then said that God's messenger had said, it has a more severe effect on the devil than iron, meaning the forefinger. Ibn Masud used to say, it pertains to the sunnah to repeat the tashahhud quietly. Abu Dawud and Tirmidhi transmitted it, and Tirmidhi said this is a Hazan Garib tradition. Abdurrahman B. Abu Layla said that Ka'b B. Uira met him and asked if he would like him to present him with something he had heard from the Prophet. He expressed his desire to hear it, and he said, we asked God's messenger this question. How is blessing to be invoked on you who belong to the prophetic family? God has taught us only how to salute you. He told us to say, O God, bless Muhammad and Muhammad's family, as thou didst bless Abraham and Abraham's family. Thou art indeed praiseworthy and glorious. O God, grant favors to Muhammad and Muhammad's family, as thou didst grant favors to Abraham and Abraham's family. Thou art indeed praiseworthy. Abu Humayd as-Sa'idi, when some people asked God's messenger how they should invoke blessings on him, he told them to say, O God, bless Muhammad, his wives and his offspring, as thou didst bless Abraham. Thou art indeed praiseworthy and glorious. Abu Huraira reported, God's messenger is saying, if anyone invokes blessing on me once, God will bless him 10 times. Anas reported, God's messenger is saying, if anyone invokes a blessing on me once, God will grant him 10 blessings, 10 sins will be remitted from him, and he will be raised 10 degrees.